Welcome back, everybody, to the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here at the end of Season 4. We are now in the bowl season. We're taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes in the Citrus Bowl. This Hawkeyes team finished the year 9-4, a good spot in that western side of the Big Ten division, but they still haven't quite got their offense going. They did finally have a 2,000-yard passer, Joe Labas, the senior quarterback, 15 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Their passing game definitely leaves a lot to be desired if you're a Hawkeyes fan, but the running game's very strong. Jazoom Patterson, the junior, over 1,500 yards and 14 touchdowns. Don't let or forget about the senior as well, Caleb Johnson. He was injured for a little bit of the year, but he is still a 90 overall and has over 1,000 yards and 12 touchdowns as well. So multiple 1,000-yard and 10-plus touchdown runners there for the Hawkeyes offense. Their running game is very strong, and we're going to have to look to lock that down if we want to win this Citrus Bowl. Unfortunately, it's not exactly the bowl game we were hoping to be in. We were definitely hoping to be in a national championship, the BCS bowl game, but that loss to Alabama kind of ended our season a little bit early, to say the least. Unfortunately, the game just did not go the way we wanted it to, and now we're stuck in a big bowl game, but a game that we definitely weren't anticipating us to be in, as this Iowa team looks, though, unranked to get a win over a top-ranked team in the country. So they have a lot to play for. Their head coach has a lot to play for, and they're going to be bringing their A game. So this Carolina team needs to definitely give it their all if they want to be in this game. But it's going to be tough, and it's not going to be one that we can just sleepwalk through and get a win. As always, though, we are going to head down to the field here in the Citrus Bowl. Technically, it's the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, but they're going to call it Capital One. 1st and 10. Davis is sacked to start the day. Braden Davis gets a taste of that elite defensive line there for the Hawkeyes, setting up a 2nd and 19 now. Braden Davis, this time he's under pressure off the play action, rolling around, trying to escape, needs to get rid of it, does not get the chance. 12-yard loss again. That one's Aaron Graves, one of their best D linemen. He just, man, what great pursuit there on the outside. Doesn't let him get the edge. And now the Gamecocks, after back-to-back sacks to start the day, they are facing a 3rd and 31. Braden Davis immediately an all-out blitz. He's going to run for it. Fumbles the football. It's picked up by Wade. And he's going to return it into the end zone for the Hawkeyes as their defense, Keaton Wade, the linebacker, starts the scoring with a scoop and score. And the Gamecocks offense gives up the first turnover of the day very quickly on the 3rd play of the day from scrimmage. And that one is going to leave Braden Davis with an injured shoulder. So in the Citrus Bowl, probably not going to be returning. So the next possession, we're going to see Julius Canary on his first pass. He's going to find Scott Hall. This one's moving quickly downfield as he's inside Iowa territory around the 21. Markham with 42 yards. Julius Canary, give him props. The senior quarterback could have left the program, could have transferred out and kept his eligibility, but he stayed with it, and he's getting a chance here in the bowl game. Unfortunately, though, this D-line is not going to let up another sack. This one's Caden Crawford, as you can see down there. Braden Davis out with a broken elbow for the rest of the game. So 3rd and 18, Canary's going to sling it outside to Monroe. What a grab on the sideline. It's an 18-yard catch there and a first down right around the marker. They're going to give it to him. I thought it was a little bit closer, but they're not even going to look at it. So the Gamecocks are going to get another opportunity. 1st and 10. Carroll swerving in and out of traffic, and he's got a 10-yard first down. We have a goal line stand now. 2nd and goal. Canary read option. Good blocking. Touchdown. Julius Canary, the senior JUCO transfer from a few years ago. One of the first commits for head coach Belak Smeems. He's made his impact despite getting benched. Julius Canary will always be a legend here at South Carolina, winning a national championship as the starting quarterback and just being a good all-around quarterback, as Joe Labas has to make his second throw of the day, actually. That one, he had the guy open. Unfortunately, it falls harmlessly to the ground for the Hawkeyes. 2nd and 10, Labas going to run the play action boot. It's going to be wide open as Bostic, and he's got a first down. Jacob Bostic on the crossing route of 16 yards. He just made Nick Nawari get lost. And now they have a 2nd and 14. Labas going to hand it off to Caleb Johnson. He gets caught on his own lineman, And Johnson taken down by Cole Robinson, the first big tackle for loss for this Gamecocks defensive line. They have feasted on those. 2nd and 16 turns into a 3rd and 16. The pass is not even close. The Hawkeyes are going to punt this one away. 2nd and 11 for the Gamecocks. Canary play action under pressure. He is sacked again, losing 7. I believe it's Caden Crawford again, his 2nd sack of the day, setting up a 3rd and 18, all knotted up at 7. Canary's going to fire outside, and it's deflected. Monroe had a chance at it, just couldn't get the separation, so the good territory now turns into bad territory. The bad territory for the Gamecocks turns into good territory for the Hawkeyes. They have a nice pass to Ostrenga. Addison Ostrenga with a 17-yard catch, and he holds on after the contact. 2nd and 2 now for the Hawkeyes inside Carolina territory. Labas going to take the snap, wants to throw it underneath, and it's caught. But Alec Wicks got nothing on the air there. That is a 0-yard gain. 3rd and 3 inside Carolina territory. Labas fakes the draw, wants to go to the end zone, deflected and almost caught. But it's incomplete. Labas had a chance. He had his guy in the corner, but the pass just drifted a little bit too far to the right. And that is going to be a 10-7 ball game as we see 2nd and 10. Canary trying not to take a hit. He's running for his life back there. This offensive line is having big struggles today now. 3rd and 10. About 50 seconds left in this quarter. Canary's going to take it. Fire to Hall. Good job, Scott Hall, getting open. And now he's brought down right on that Citrus Bowl logo. Now we're under 40 seconds. About a half a minute remains in the first. Canary delivers under pressure. Caught by Sampson on the comeback. Breaking a tackle. And he's pushing another man off of him to the end zone. Touchdown. Landon Sampson, 54 yards. And the Gamecock offense strikes in this one lightning quick at the end of this first quarter. As you can see, Landon Sampson, just a simple comeback route, makes his initial defender miss off of the tackle at around the 30. Then he breaks another one, and after that, it was just good blocking all the way. Scott Hall picks up that last crucial block, and Sampson finds his way into the end zone. Thankfully, the junior will be returning next year, most likely, and we will have a good, at least reliable offensive weapon there in Landon Sampson, who has really struggled, but he came on here at the end of the season and showed his possession ability. Now 3rd and 5, 14-10, final play of the first quarter. Labas' pass goes to Baker, and that's going to be a first down for John Baker. 8 yards on the catch. Nice little in route, and he gets a first down now. 1st and 10, start the second quarter. Labas pitches it to Bostic. He's going to break a tackle and stumble, and that's going to count as a pass, actually, for Joe Labas. So a nice 10-yard reception for the Hawkeyes. 3rd and 9 now later on the drive to start the second. Labas takes the snap, wants to throw. He's got Baker, and John Baker's lit up, but he holds on to it, and that's an 11-yard catch and run. And another first down for the Hawkeyes. 2nd and 4, they're going to hand it off to Caleb Johnson. Can't get the speed. He's brought down in the backfield. Now a 3rd and 5 for Iowa. They're 2 of 4 on 3rd downs. This one in Carolina territory. Labas under pressure, and he's sacked. Immediate pressure up the middle. Justin Malone, the sophomore, I believe, he might even be a freshman, is going to get the pressure and get the sack, so they're going to settle for another field goal. But Lavacia Carroll, an instant response. Nobody's catching him up the middle. Touchdown. And just like that, the Gamecocks have rushed for 2,000 total yards this year. And another rushing touchdown added to the senior running back's total. He is going to go in this draft and has a chance to go very high. 3rd and 8 now. Labas on the next Hawkeyes possession runs the screen, and a couple of plays turning the momentum here. A 4-yard loss by TJ Sanders, and the Gamecocks up 21-13. This one could end it very early, but Canary, oh my goodness, he gets hit hard and hammered to the ground. Aaron Graves with his 2nd sack of the day. Now they have a 3rd and 9. Canary's going to go to Carroll. He is not going to get there. A nice gain, though, making it questionable if you go for it. I imagine head coach B likes memes in a bowl game. You're not going to play too aggressive, but they come out here in a Wildcat after punting it back to Iowa. Caleb Johnson runs the fake. He's got a lot of space up the middle. Johnson past the midfield mark, and he's inside Carolina territory. 38-yard rush on the Wildcat. Fake handoff. And Caleb Johnson, the senior, with a nice impact play right there. It is 21-13. They have it inside the red zone almost. Joe Labas, though, tries to run for it, and it's a 6-yard loss. He ran right into the arms of defensive lineman Rory Patrick, who now has the career record for sacks in his career. 30 of them things for Rory Patrick. Now 3rd and 16. Labas is sacked again by Patrick. Why not add to the total? Make it 31, and he's still going to be adding to that going into next season, but we're going to give the ball back to Carolina. Joe Labas couldn't get anything going despite the good field position. The Gamecocks have a 2nd and 8 with about 30 seconds left as Canary gets the connection to Carroll. Now he's going to roll out, fire across his body, and it's caught by Long, who swerves his way out of bounds. And now a 2nd and 10 right around the 35. Under 30 seconds now as the out-of-bounds play makes the clock stop. Canary takes the snap, steps up, fires down the seam, and he's got Scott Hall. They're going to have a nice opportunity inside Iowa territory now. 8 seconds left on a 2nd and 10. You've got to expect one play towards the end zone and maybe a field goal, but Canary just can't get a pass off. Last thing you want to do is turn it over, so they're going to kick it away for the halftime, and that is good. Marcus Clark, one of the kicker award winners, is going to knock it down, and we'll head into the second half up by 24-16. Joe Labas starting where he left off. Alec Wick, Mr. Wick, I guess you could call him, John Wick's son, with the first down catch. 24-16 is the score still. Labas now 1st and 10, firing a quick slant again. That's Baker. John Baker with the 16-yard catch. That one's big for the Hawkeyes, getting this offense going. They're only trailing by 8, so they have a chance here to tie this game up, as this one's Jazoom Patterson with a nice run and a first down, 10 yards for the Hawkeyes running game. That one is another nice blocking up front by the offensive lineman. One of the strongest offensive line units in the country. Labas now 1st and 10, fires to Brecht. Spin move, and it's a touchdown. Brody Brecht with the 19-yard catch and run. Number 14 with a nice job spinning off of the defenders, and he gets a touchdown for Iowa. Now 2-point game. The 2-point conversion. Labas hands it off to Patterson. Can't get in. Not going well. Excuse me, that was Caleb Johnson, not Jazoom Patterson. I thought it was Patterson there. Unfortunately for the Hawkeyes, they could not get in. Now 1st and 15, Canary. He's going to escape the sack. The pressure almost got home, but he's going to run out of bounds right around the marker. They're going to give him the first down. That was shocking. Julius Canary's not exactly the most mobile guy, but he is definitely making his impact be felt there. 2nd and 5 now. Canary's going to go to Carroll. Carroll's got a lot of space. Can he get the block? He runs into his own man, and he's got a big first down run there again. Make it 116 yards for the senior running back. He is just going out and having an amazing game. Canary had a man open for a touchdown, but the pressure got there. Jaden Montgomery, his 4th tackle of the day, and a sack, his first sack of the day as well. 3rd and 15 now. Canary under pressure, fires to Long, and it's caught. 17-yard first down conversion on 3rd and long. They brought the pressure, and that left the midfield wide open, as you can see. And the Gamecocks now have a 1st and goal scenario, but Canary had to leave the game. Carroll, though, going to finish the drive with a touchdown, his 2nd of the day on the ground. And that makes it a 31-22 ball game now, as they are now trailing by 9 with 3:50 left in this 3rd quarter. The Hawkeyes offense has been good, but not great. It's going to go to Baker, and he's got a nice catch, but close to a first down. They're going to mark him at a 3rd and 4. Julius Canary ruptured disc, so he will be out for the season. Both starting and backup quarterbacks are out. Labas under pressure, and he's sacked by the senior TJ Sanders. His first sack of the day, his 2nd tackle for loss. He does a nice job up the middle, just getting triple teamed, and he's still able to get the pressure down the middle of the field. And we get our chance to see redshirt freshman Johnny King. We've seen him a few times. He almost throws an interception on his first pass of the day. But instead, it is a 3rd and 10. King's going to hand it off to Carroll, and he cannot get anything on that one. He's actually going to lose 2. So the Hawkeyes do a nice job on that drive just to bottle it up and, get the ball back to their offense. 2nd and 5 to start the next drive. Joe Labas under pressure near the goal line. He got out of the end zone, unfortunately. Could have been a safety. We don't see that very often. This defense likes to play aggressive, though, around the goal line. 3rd and 11 now. Labas under pressure immediately, fires to Ostrenga. He's got the catch, but not enough for the first down, as Addison Ostrenga cannot quite get to turn the corner. And now a 2nd and 10 back in Carolina hands. Now Lavacia Carroll's got a first down run, trying to strip it away from him, but he's got a 12-yard catch or run there on the inside zone. Now 1st and 10, Johnny King delivers a strike to Scott Hall, diving for a few extra yards, and that's another amazing pass. Scott Hall, 5 catches, 108 yards. Johnny King struggled since he came in, but now he's going to set up inside Hawkeye territory. 2nd and 11, King lobs it to Carroll. What a grab! Touchdown, Lavacia Carroll. 19 yards for the senior veteran running back. He is just going out on top, having the game of his life. Johnny King hit as he throws it, but he still just makes an excellent read there to lob that one over the top, only where Carroll could go up and make the catch as the Caleb Johnson sees a 3-yard loss. They're going to have a 3rd and 6 now here in this 4th quarter to start the quarter. 38-22, Joe Labas outside to Johnson again. Not a great decision there. He really had to make a great broken tackle there just to get the first down. As this offense has been putting dagger after dagger, a beautiful pass by King on first down. Ty Monroe, it would have been a great catch, but the pass was right on the money. Maybe a little far, but still, that would have been an amazing sequence of events as we see Brandon Robinson with the underneath curl route. A good concept there. You get the post route to kind of take the defenders over the top, and Robinson just curls down below, and a nice wide open catch there. So 3rd and 2, Carroll's going to get the first down. Tough running there. Lavacia Carroll trying to prove to the nation why he should be one of the first running backs on the board for the NFL draft. Carroll's going to get the run this time, spinning back inside. He's got space, and he's down inside the 20. Mark him at about the 17, maybe the 16-yard line. What a spin move. He made 2 defenders miss. Oh, I wish he could have finished that play for a touchdown, but instead, it's just going to be a 1st and 10 at about the 18 or 17. King under pressure, fires to the air, touchdown. DJ Long, 19 yards. Johnny King looks like he could be the future of this program with the beautiful delivery up the middle of the seam. And now a 1st and 10 for the Hawkeyes. This offense looking to get going, and it's caught. Alec Wick off of the lobbed pass, 35 yards down the field. Joe Labas, I mean, he got obliterated as he let go of that one. And just so close to being an incompletion. Nick Minawari actually dove for the ball instead of the player. And honestly, that's probably why it was caught and ran for. So they have it inside our territory now. 2nd and 2, Labas going to take the pass. He wants to throw to the end zone. Back corner. Should have been picked off by Keenan Nelson instead. Stone Blanton drops it down. Now it sets up a 3rd and 2. Joe Labas going to take it. He's going to run it. He's got nothing on the outside. Kwan Banks, an impressive open field tackle. And now it is a 4th and 3. Basically, the game's over, but 3:54 remaining. Caleb Johnson's going to cut inside, and he's got the first down. Anthony Rose couldn't get to him quick enough. And now they have a goal line scenario. 2nd and goal for the Hawkeyes offense. Labas, handoff to Patterson. Can't get in. He's spun down at about the half-yard line. And a 3rd and goal for the Hawkeyes. Iowa looking for a much-needed strike. Labas to the air. It's caught. Touchdown. Jacob Bostic, the 6-yard catch. And it's a nice one there. They're going to go for the onside kick, down 14 with right under 3 minutes left. It is completed to Jacob Hammond for the Gamecocks. He's trying to return it. Getting outside and getting into Iowa territory. I mean, man, you don't see that very often. Somebody actually tries to return the onside kick. Now we see Lavacia Carroll. Nice blocking. Nice run. Add another 10 yards to his total. 152 rushing yards on the day for the Gamecocks. And a big chunk of that, almost all of that, is Lavacia Carroll. Now 2nd and 2, Brandon Hammond. Just a dump down to the flats from Johnny King. He's got 5 yards, making it a 3rd and 5. Johnny King, he's playing well for getting thrusted into the role. King's going to throw to Carroll again. Carroll's going to spin move. Can he get into the end zone again? He is into the end zone. 23-yard touchdown catch for Lavacia Carroll. And he's got it off of another nice spin move by the senior running back. And he just does a great job catching it, spinning out of the arms of the would-be tackler and making it into the end zone. Good job by Scott Hall down the field to make a nice block there. As we see the Iowa offense, Joe Labas can't get anywhere. He is sacked. This game is all but over. 52-30. 3rd and 20 for the Hawkeyes. I imagine it's 4 down territory no matter what, considering you're down by 22. Labas going to fire across the middle. He's got Walter. That's the first time we've seen him today. Brian Walter with an 18-yard catch, but they would punt it away. I was surprised they punted it, as we're going to see Lavacia Carroll off the stretch. He cuts it back and almost broke free again. Just barely grabbed by the arm, and that prevented him from going much farther down the field. Now Johnny King's going to throw it, and it's intercepted. You assumed it was coming eventually, and you were just trying to play aggressive there. I was really trying to get Lavacia Carroll those last 2 rushing yards, so I wanted to extend the game and get him back in there. He was out of energy, though. So he's going to finish with 198 rushing yards. Jason Patterson's going to finish the day for the Hawkeyes, a 9-yard rush. He struggled, though, 3 for 22. And this game is finally over. The Citrus Bowl for Gamecocks fans was a fun time. For Hawkeyes fans, probably felt like an eternity. Johnny King, 6 of 11, 93 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Julius Canary had a great day as well when he was in there. I'm going to miss him on this roster. 12 of 19, 238 yards, and 1 touchdown. No interceptions today for him. He got sacked 5 times. Braden Davis got sacked 3 straight times. Didn't even get a chance to throw it, so that's why he had to leave the game after injury. So we've got to, going into next year, we've got to do better protecting our quarterbacks. It's going to be something that I really need to emphasize if I want to, make sure we do it well. Lavacia Carroll, though, gonna miss him as well. 19 carries, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Don't underestimate Julius Canary's running game either, though. The longest, 73 yards for Carroll. Canary also added a rushing touchdown on the ground, but all those sacks are going to weigh him down as far as yardage goes. He's going to finish with negative 17 rushing yards. Receiving-wise, DJ Long has been so good all year long, and he is going to have 6 of 94 and a touchdown. Lavacia Carroll, 2 touchdowns there as well, 3 for 44. Landon Sampson has about 154-yard catch for a touchdown. Nick Imanawari, the junior, he'll be back and better next year. He had 9 total tackles, 1 for loss. Donovan Westmoreland, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, 7 total tackles. Roy Patrick had 4 sacks. TJ Sanders had a sack. Justin Malone had a sack, the redshirt freshman out of Alabama. That guy is going to be so good for us going into the future. And why not? Marcus Clark, 1 of 1, 7 of 7. That guy has improved so much. And we win that bowl game 52-30 over the Hawkeyes. That was a big win for the Gamecocks and head coach Belax Memes. You had a disappointing end to the regular season in the SEC championship game. So you're just happy to get back on track with a nice win. As you can see, a couple of bowl games are interesting. Utah upsets the 18th ranked Boise State Broncos. They win that one 31-21. Middle Tennessee beats up on Utah State. Middle Tennessee 12-2 on the year. They keep up playing as well as they have been. They might find themselves coming into a big power conference. As we see the Holiday Bowl, TCU barely squeaks out a win over the California Golden Bears, 41-40. Wake Forest beats up on Georgia State, 45-17. That's in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. The ACC wins that one. Georgia upsetting Baylor. Baylor started their year undefeated. They went on a couple-game losing streak, losing in the championship game for their conference as well. And now they've lost 2 in a row to Georgia as well, for 35-28. Houston dominates Mississippi State. The Cougars beat the Bulldogs there, 56-14. NC State takes down UTEP, 28-7. Miami takes down USF, 24-14. That was in the Cheez-It Bowl in Orlando. Kansas State upsets, I guess didn't upset. They beat Michigan 38-31. The Wolverines now back-to-back struggling seasons. They finished 6-7 as a loss in the Texas Act Bowl, or the Tax Act Bowl. UNLV 45-36 over Southern Miss there in the Armed Forces Bowl. That one was an exciting offensive showing for both teams there. Thankfully, it was in such an important bowl game. LA Bowl 52-45. The Bearcats win that one. Now we're getting into the interesting ones. The Alamo Bowl, a couple of ones I'm just going to fly through. Clemson gets their signature bowl win. They are back on the track to get a winning record, 7-6 after Dabo Swinney is fired. They beat the Longhorns 49-41. Boston College dominated by Washington State, so the Eagles were ranked. Now they're not. 56-28 loss. Tulane, man. Big win there over the Volunteers. LSU beats North Carolina as they once again finished 10-3 and LSU 9-4 on the year. 35-28 in the Peach Bowl. The Gator Bowl 48-27 over there. Texas A&M beats Minnesota. Last few ones, Auburn beats Virginia. Missouri beats Rutgers by 4. Oklahoma dominates Notre Dame, a top 5 Notre Dame, I should say, in the Rose Bowl as the Sooners win that one by 13 or 12. Virginia Tech 52-27 over the FAU Owls, and Alabama beats Arizona 21-20 in the Sugar Bowl. A big win there for the Crimson Tide. They finished the year on a big winning streak as they beat us in the SEC Championship game, and they now get a signature bowl win there without Nick Saban. 55-27, Ohio State beats Texas Tech in the Fiesta Bowl. And finally, last but most certainly not least, Penn State beats up on Oregon by 14 in the national championship game. So the Ducks finished the year 12-2. They are now number 3, and Penn State finishes the year 14-0. A perfect season for the Nittany Lions as they win that one 38-24. As always, I thank you all for joining me in this recap or this final episode of Season 4. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts about the future of this series. Do we go for another season? Would you guys be interested in a different series? Whether that be a new NCAA 14 series. I kind of want to take one where I start with a really bad team. I mean, I know that's cliche, but take a team like that's really, really low on the totem pole, and they just build them to be better because I feel like this Carolina team is very good, but we do need to win another national championship. So should I run it back? Should I go where until we win another national championship? Let me know how you guys feel about the future of this series, what I should do with that. I thank you all for continuing to support this series and watching it no matter what, and I hope that each and every one of y'all subscribe, hit the like button, just so you can make sure to stay up to date with all of my uploads for this series. Thank you all again for watching this one. As always, I hope each and every one of y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all next time.